A week after my father's funeral, I returned to the old house to clean up. That house, where I had grown up with so much silence, now became quiet in a different way. No longer the sight of him sitting on the wooden chair on the porch. No more sound of the door opening at exactly 5 p.m. Only dust, the smell of old wood, and memories scattered in every corner of the house. I didn't intend to look for anything. I just wanted to finish cleaning, then leave and close everything for good. But when I opened the drawer of the old wooden desk in his room, a small tin box appeared. I picked it up, hearing the rattle of metal. For some reason, my heart started to pound hard. I opened it, and held my breath. Inside were things I never expected. I held the ticket for my first performance, a small music show in the high school auditorium when I was 16. I still remember how nervous I was, trembling on stage, thinking no one cared. I didn't know he had kept that ticket. I had never seen him in the auditorium that night. But now, it lay in the box, flattened, the folds still visible. Next to it was an old newspaper, printing my photo the day I got into college. I didn't know he had bought the paper that day either. Then I saw a yellow, old envelope, with my name scrawled in shaky handwriting, the strokes jagged as if torn between writing and not writing. I picked it up, opened it, my heart tightening as if gripped by an invisible hand. Son. I don't know how to say that I'm proud of you. I've been a terrible father. I know. I don't know how to show love. I was raised on fear, on belts and silence, and I, unintentionally repeated that onto you. But I've always watched you, from afar. Every step. Every time you failed, every time you succeeded. I'm sorry, for not being the man you needed. I love you. More than you think. I don't know how long I sat there. The letter trembled in my hands because I couldn't stop shaking. And then I cried. Cried like a child breaking apart after decades of pretending to be an adult. Not because I lost him. But because I had spent my whole life believing I was unloved, when in truth, the love was always there, just never spoken. I used to think my father didn't care about me. That he criticized, belittled, stayed silent and never once said he was proud. I used to resent him for not calling when I stumbled, not hugging me when I succeeded, never saying, I love you. But now, with every item in that little box, I realized he wasn't indifferent, he was helpless. My father was a product of a generation where men couldn't cry, couldn't be soft, couldn't say they loved even when their hearts were bleeding. He loved me in his own way, in silence, clumsily, and in hiding. I felt like time had reversed. I saw him, the man who quietly placed the newspaper on the table when he saw something about me. The man who kept my concert ticket like a treasure. The man who sat alone writing a letter, maybe for hours, and then, didn't send it. How long had that letter been in the drawer? 10 years? 20? Maybe he meant to send it, but couldn't bring himself to. Maybe he was afraid of being rejected, just like I was afraid of him. Maybe he thought he no longer had the right to speak, because the distance between father and son had grown too far. I cried, not because I lost my father, but because I finally knew he had never left me. He just didn't know how to be a father. That day, I finished cleaning the house but didn't close the door right away. I sat on the step where he used to sit, and for the first time in my life I said something. I forgive you. And I love you. No one was there to hear it, but I knew he understood. And in that moment, I, at 65 years old, was finally freed from the silent pain I had carried my whole life.